Hey everybody, it is Monday. I did not film at all this weekend, so as you can see, I'm out for a morning walk. And if you can tell behind me, this is the aftermath of the rains and the floods. We are still under a flood warning, the Tittabawassee, which is here in Midland. So we're still under a flood warning till like 6 o'clock tonight, actually. The river ended up cresting at about 31, 32 feet, which makes it the second highest flood in years. The top flood was actually 1986. That's the one I talked about. I thought was the year before I was born. It's actually 2 years before I was born. And pretty much in that flood, almost all of Midland flooded. So this one wasn't as bad, but as you can tell, it's pretty nasty. Like all this debris I'm walking past by the sidewalk, that is all from this flood. Like everything. We're not even like we're about like not even a half mile from my apartment where I live. This entire area, a lot of these homes got flooded. So this isn't even a half mile from where I live. And this, as you can tell, this whole area was pretty much flooded, like completely. So it is a mess to clean up, and we're starting to clean up, getting back to normal. Well, normal for Midland, but yeah. So our flood warning goes off tonight, but then the Saginaw River, which is a couple counties over, they are actually under a flood warning till Friday. You're like, why is that? Well, the Saginaw River is what the Tittabawassee empties into. So poor Saginaw. I mean, it's pretty gnarly. It's pretty nasty. I love my library. It's cool. And of course I'm on Facebook because that's how you get information these days, is Facebook. So I was on Facebook a lot during this whole event, you know, checking on stuff, you know. A lot of the roads were closed. I mean, my mom had to walk to work. She actually said that emergency services came in that Friday morning, early Friday morning, and told the management at Walmart, look, if you want your third shift employees to leave, you have to get them out now. That's how bad it was. So so third shift employees had to leave. One girl had her car parked at Planet Fitness to get to work. Our Myers, which is in front at the end of Joe Mann Boulevard facing Eastman, they actually were not able to open till 4:30 p.m. on Friday. That's kind of crazy. Myers and Walmart open 24 hours a day. The Myers couldn't open. The Staples store where I used to work at, also off of Joe Mann Boulevard, they closed. One of my former coworkers who's kind of become like a friend, he texted me and said they actually closed Staples on Friday because they weren't able to get in. So it was kind of nuts. You know, I don't ever remember, we've had a few bad floods, but I don't ever remember it being so bad that part of the mall and stuff basically shut down. It was pretty bad. And there's this little river down by our library called Snake River. It's more of a creek, but it's a river. And that's on St. Andrews, and St. Andrews is the one place that always floods when we get a storm like this. It always floods. So it was like, so I'm checking and stuff, and the next thing I know, the library has posted an announcement that the Snake River overfilled its banks and flooded the entire lower level of the library. And you're like, well, that's just the basement. The lower level of the library is home to conference rooms. It's also where the kids area is. The whole basement, the main part of the basement, is the kids room, which includes all the kids' books, chapter and picture books, includes all the kids' CDs, all the kids' DVDs. There are brand new tablets down there for kids to play with. There's a playroom. There's all these toys and stuff. It also happens to be where a little room called the teen spot is, which is where all the young adult music, all the young adult books, books on tapes, everything is. And this basement area, like the whole library, has just been completely redone in the past 4 or 5 years. So a lot of this stuff is new. And it flooded, and they didn't say how bad the flooding was, but it was bad enough that as of Saturday, they closed the library, all of it, and didn't know when they were going to reopen. Well, yesterday, Sunday, they made an announcement that, thankfully, also the basement is where MCTV is located, which is the local free TV channel. So like all like the school stuff, everything goes through there. And so here it's not so bad. Here we're higher up, but yeah, that whole area flooded. So the TV station, everything, and then they made the announcement yesterday, Sunday, like I said, that well, the basement level is still closed because it's just closed. There's no point in opening it. But we're gonna open up the main level. The main level and the mezzanine, which is a little second floor area. There's like an art gallery and offices up there. The main level is the adult section. So Star Wars books. Beverly Lewis, who I love, she's one of my favorite authors. Georgette Heyer, who is this really cool author from like the 1920s, who I absolutely adore. 1920s, 30s, I love her. So, and that's also where the rest of the DVDs, the non-kid DVDs, and non-kid CDs are located. So at least they didn't lose that. But what I'm really worried about is the basement. They have this permanent doll collection. Some of these dolls are over 100 years old. And it's like, this collection is so beautiful and gorgeous, and I'm kind of obsessed with it. So I'm going to be really upset if something happened to those dolls. Because those dolls are irreplaceable. They have like a Chinese doctor doll and like all this other stuff. So I'm going to be really upset if any of those dolls are damaged. But we have some pretty cool stuff at our library. We're a sister city with this place. Our sister city is called Honda, Japan. And so we have a ton of cool stuff from Japan. Like I think we have some paintings. Well, not real Japanese paintings, but we have paintings. We have silk hangings. We have authentic dolls, fans, the contracts and stuff. We also have some really cool stuff from China because we're a sister city. Because we have a sister city in China. And because of that, we were able to get Terracotta Warrior. So, but yeah, but the thing is in Midland, we're just kind of so used to this. Not at this level, obviously, but we are so used to it flooding every year. Because as my mom at church yesterday reminded one of my friends, my friend Donald, most of Midland actually was marsh, wetlands, and swamps at one point. So like where the mall is, that was all wetlands. And the developer built there, he actually had to go to the courts, the Supreme Court, to get permission to build there. So actually a lot of Midland is a floodplain. So like I said, it's not the best place to live. So we have people, so we've actually had a state of emergency declared for Midland, which I don't ever really remember that happening. But it means people who've been hardest hit, they'll be able to get like aid and stuff for their houses, get stuff fixed. I mean, I took a walk today because I realized I'm really out of breath with my walk sometimes, and plus I was curious. Obviously I wasn't going to walk down to the library to see how the water is, but I walked. But I knew this part sometimes floods down by where I live, so I came over to check it out, and it's dry. There's some mud, a little bit of water, and people are just cleaning up, and we're moving on with our lives. I mean, I think we're lucky. You know, this flood could have this rain could have been a lot worse. This flooding could have been a lot worse. We haven't had any deaths. Well, it's kind of easy to avoid them when we all pretty much know what to expect. But like I said, I think we're lucky. God blessed us this time, you know. We made it through. We just have to get through. They're forecasting scattered showers and thunderstorms for this afternoon. If you can't hear it, there's a plane. They have planes going like every 10 minutes to take pictures of the flooding to see. It's starting to fall, but it's going slow. And the worst part is we're supposed to get scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, which won't be enough to increase the flooding, but will make it kind of miserable. But today's the last day where we're supposed to have any forecasted rain for the next 2 days. Tomorrow it's supposed to be really sunny, which I'm looking forward to because there's a trail my dad found I want to go do. And then Wednesday it's supposed to be cloudy. I might do the trail Wednesday because when it's really sunny I had to put on sunscreen. I didn't today because this the route I took today is pretty well shaded. But tomorrow is supposed to be sunny and like 70, almost 80, like 75-ish. Wednesday is supposed to be cloudy, upper 70s. Wednesday. And then starting Thursday and going Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're supposed to get storms again. A slight chance, but like, I don't think they're going to be major storms, but we're supposed to get storms again. And the ground's already saturated, so and we're supposed to have like 2 days where it's supposed to be like average upper 70s, low 80s, and then it's supposed to drop back down. Like today I woke up, usually in June I don't do this. Last night I was actually under my blankets, and usually during June, July, August, sometimes September, sometimes starting in May, I will actually sleep with just a light blanket, a light fleece blanket or a quilt, and sleep on top of my comforter and my flat sheet. Last night, because I sleep with the window open during the summer, I was so cold. I actually, last week I actually slept under my comforter and my quilt and my fleece blanket. Last night, because I put my fleece blanket away, I slept under my flat sheet, my comforter, and my quilt, and that's how cold it was. So it was like low 50s last night. It was insane. I woke up this morning, it wasn't even 59 degrees. It is very cold. It's chilly and it's breezy for June. So, yeah, so maybe I'm going to talk to my dad and see how about going to Michigan's Adventure a little bit earlier. Because if this keeps up, I don't think we're going to get a nice day. You know, my mom's like, find a nice day and go on a nice day. And I'm like, that will be easy. All the nice days are supposed to be like really chilly. And then all the days when it's supposed to be warm, when you want to go in the pool, those are going to be the nasty days. So, yeah. So we got to find a day when it's going to be nice, warm enough to go swimming, but not nasty. So that will be fun. So. But yeah, things are starting to get back to normal here slowly. My deacon and his wife, who live in Hemlock, he made a joke yesterday about how he and his wife had spent pretty much all Saturday night looking at maps and stuff, trying to find a way to get to church yesterday. Because they were just because all the road closures, like in May and Saginaw, there were like a ton of roads that were washed out. but I think all the highways in Midland have reopened. I think St. Andrews and Sturgeon are still closed, but those are the two that flood the worst. So the really funny part is in that area where it floods a lot, that's also where our hospital is located. But this is Midland, you kind of have to pick. You don't really have a lot of places. It's why our Christmas decorations, like the nativity scene and stuff for the city, they're actually at City Hall. Not City Hall, they're at the courthouse. Because there's literally nowhere else to put them. So it is, yeah, so I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna go home, wash my hair. I want to sew a little, write a little. My brother has to go to the library tonight, so when my mom gets home, we're probably gonna jet out there, because she and my brother have some books that are coming overdue, so they gotta drop them off, and then probably chill out. Still looking for a job, no surprise there. So yeah, but all in all, the flooding is going down. Like I said, things could have been a lot worse, but we lucked out, and I'm happy we live where we live, because we're high enough that the water can't reach us. And even if it did flood at our place, we're on the second floor. I'm such a dork. So I'm gonna get going. I will talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.